Moving in.
Lovely day, this. No.
Eat this!
Never a dull moment. With haste.
Don't touch me. Let's crack it open. A resupply stash. I wonder if Lolth's pets left anything good.
Very well.
Such depth to the shadows. I don't care what others say about the Underdark. It's beautiful down here.
I'm used to a crypt's gloom. This is something else.
Bet that'll fill my pack.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again. Lae'zel thinks I have something important to her people. She's deluded, clear.
Lies. She carries an heirloom of my people. I must know why. Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me.
I doubt this one's wits will be any sharper by then.
I do not wish to spill blood here. Come daylight, we will find a place to end this.
Fine. You can accept you're wrong, or we'll be rid of you permanently. Either way, I win. You had every chance to look the other way, but here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward!
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned. She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you. Surrender. A disgusting notion.
You had better warm to that notion very rapidly, or your journey ends here. We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Good time for a chat.
Speak. It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
Very glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled things without letting any blood. I would have enjoyed the spectacle, but not losing either one of those lunatics.
I don't think there'll be any more trouble between Lae'zel and I, if you were wondering. We can all sleep easier now. Well, apart from all the rest.
Relax. We'll kiss and make up on our own time. Someone prodding at a newly opened wound doesn't help matters.
Oh, I really thought Shadowheart and Lae'zel might fight to the death over that artifact. A pity. It would have made for a fine night's entertainment.
I'll say one thing for our troop. We're not short on drama. I'm glad Shadowheart and Lae'zel settled their differences peacefully. Eventually.
I hope that's the end of this silly quarrel. They'll have no energy for battling our enemies if Lae'zel and Shadowheart are too busy squabbling among themselves.
Oakfather's blessings to you. I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say. Hopefully. I've chosen a successor as first druid. Francesca of the High Forest. I sent a bird to summon her. Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Indeed. Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found. Miss it? Oh dear, no. It's a terrible burden. Takes you away from nature and forces you to deal with others' problems and personalities. Be wary of anyone who actually wants such a role, I say. Likely they don't understand it, or they have ill intent. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the Oakfather's creations. Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the Grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books, but I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand. Is that so? Well, nature does abhor waste. I will keep watch, thank you. I had a feeling time in your company would prove fruitful. It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow-cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better. Those illithid creatures threaten the natural order. It's my duty to do what I can to stop them. There's also the Shadow Curse. It's an affront and must be cleansed. I helped overthrow Cleric and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection. Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close. Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Cleric unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source. Perhaps, but we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Something good here, I hope.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important. I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. Twice over, in fact. You supported me against Lae'zel. I may not have survived that night without you. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable. Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of Lady Shah would likely balk at a Justiciar in their midst. But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my mind. I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Tunnels everywhere. Who would dig these? And why here?
So, have we got to hatch it, Lae'zel?
No. Why would I bury a weapon? Is it broken?
It's a metaphor.
I do not know your metaphor. But if you need help
Take
digging...
you.
Hells, I need to hold on.
Take you.
Won't last much longer like this. I could go for a good meal.
Still breathing, despite everything. What path lies before me?
Our blood to fill your oceans, O blessed Boal. Our bones to build your temple in the deep.
A wave of pure devotion washes over you, and with every surge, you feel a presence grow in response.
Words, priest. Promises. Your god wants proof. Wants blood.
These beings are Kuatoa, former Mind Flayer's slaves that manifest their gods through sheer belief.
You, our Lord of Murder, demands sacrifice. You will be an offering for the great god Boal. Murder demands sacrifice. You will be an offering for the great god Boal.
This presence. The magic is not divine, but fey. And it is murderous.
Well, priest. Boal wants a sacrifice. Boal wants blood. too. I'm a god, and I'm gonna rip you, tear you, wear you for a hat.
In the outburst of emotion, you feel the divine presence falter, then revert to its basic, cruel nature.
Bollocks! Don't do anything hasty now. The fish folk got plenty of power. We can share. Blessed boar! What? Shut it, you! I'm talking to my chosen. Chosen got power. You want power, don't you? Kiss my ass. I'm the Lord of Murder. I'll show you why.
Keep them guessing.
This is gonna feel good. Jimmy on the go.
This is my time. Finding my way.
Need to act fast. Have to keep going.
Tale for the ages.
I'll strike you down.
Time to strike. No time to waste.
Smell blood. Bye forever, pal.
Forever dauntless.
Take your Take your
Dice roll in my favor.
You've slain the pretender. We knew in our hearts the god Boar was false. But you, we see you. We know you by your true name, Maglumba.
A god to the fishes. A dream come true, is it?
What is to be your first commandment, O great god? You test us, Great One. There are other ways of showing devotion. Strangulation, perhaps. No matter. Your glory will be sung, Great Maglumpa.
Another step forward. Anything of use? grave mistake.
That's curious.
Assume nothing.
I've got a long road ahead.
Well, well, well. Hot foot. The place is trapped.
Trust no one. A crooked touch.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Swift as my feet can carry me.
What a charmer. What next?
No one's stopped me yet. Can't slow down. Always room for more. Seems simple enough. That's curious. Open up. Took the edge off.
I've been watching you fight, Shadowheart. Your skills are improving.
My skills were just fine to begin with. You can save the compliments.
I don't pay compliments. I make observations.
What's hiding here?
Half this drow's body is crushed. Must have fallen from pretty high up.
Well now, what have we here?
What's that now?
Is that blood? No, never mind.
A perfect ring of mushrooms. Nature? Pretty, but it doesn't do much. Scorched ground. Better watch out.
Charmed, I'm sure. Most excellent.
Let's get on with it. Need to keep going.
You hammer it hard. One move ahead.
Ignorance breeds madness. Without delay.
Making me sweat. Let's ride.
Go. Time for a word.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Direct me. Certainly.
My faith will guide me. On I go.
No time to rest. At the ready.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
The pride of the gate.
No one back home will ever believe this. These boots seen everything.
What's that?
What's inside? Maybe I need more pockets.
Careful, I bite. How for a skeleton key?
Let's get going.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Light on my feet.
Wizard's Tower is his sanctum. Private place for research and respite. But as this wizard's not home, I say we take a peek.